We're here from Ace.
I'm Bastet. I'll be running your operation to investigate the unusual occurrences that have been happening everywhere recently.
Stay out of Antiborough. Stuck in time loop.
I guess it's a ghost plumbing situation.
Bastet has got us out of a lot of problems, but I don't think she can get us out of this one.
It wasn't all the bodies. There were 2 bodies.
Everyone else just got disappeared.
I went missing for a while and I lost my brother. I don't know where he is.
Oh, that's my mother. Oh dear.
It's the same mother that you keep describing as tyrannical and horrible.
Have to practice ritual fight with brother.
Ellie, can I make an insight check of myself but in real life?
Welcome to Deck of Many Aces, an actual play podcast made with actual Aromantics. Oh dear, tearful bwams. Tearful bwams from Chloe's corner. So we are we're an incredibly professional group of people who identify as somewhere on the asexual and or aromantic spectrum, playing 5th edition D&D. 5th and D. playing something resembling 5th edition D&D with a twist. Everyone's doing the Habadga dog meme, which is my favourite video on the internet, so thank you. I'm considering this a late Christmas present. That gives you some inkling of when we're recording this. I expect this is coming out in, May? I'm Ellie. I use they, them pronouns, and I will be your DM today, your demisexual.
You're doing sound effects now? I don't think Foley counts.
Because I was doing the dog. I was doing the wisdom
I got it.
dog.
I got it.
Thank you. Because it mostly goes, wah.
It's a very wise dog.
That sounds like Waluigi, I'm sorry.
Wah. No, that Waluigi's wah.
The dog's like,
Wah. Wah. Okay, introduce yourselves, please.
Woohoo! My name is Anne, and I play Tohsya Aladale, the party battlemaster fighter and wild magic barbarian. Toz uses she, her pronouns.
and plumber.
And plumber, apparently.
Yeah, when the game ends, Todd becomes a plumber.
Oh my god.
Toz is ready to immediately feed Raina a healing potion.
Womp womp.
Womp womp.
Hello, I'm Chloe. I use she, her pronouns. I'm playing Raina, the god killer.
Amazing.
It was Raina all along.
We're not playing that game, but I guess.
We are now.
Yeah, I use she, they pronouns. Raina uses she, her pronouns. Raina's having a bad time.
Raina should start to use slay them pronouns.
Boo!
Oh dear. We have to use humour, you see, because I think I've said many times, Raina's having a bad day. I think quite recently I was like, this is the worst day of Raina's life. And I think this may be the same day. So definitely the worst day of Raina's life.
I really enjoyed that yesterday I put on the Discord, me prepping for tomorrow's session. Is that evil? Well, maybe I can have a little evil as a treat.
I'm on to you, Webster.
And
I'm going to get you.
yeah, here we are. Here we are.
Ellie forgets that I held the fate of their darling little warlock in my hands in our home game, so...
Yeah, well, you know, you're, like, do unto others as they would do unto you. I'm really excited for the psychological damage that you're going to reap.
I'm Eiriol. I play Delphi, the Girlfriend Warlock. I use she, their pronouns, and Delphi uses she, her pronouns. Delphi got to stab someone consensually, which is always the aim.
I'm Katie. I play Morgan the Wizard. Let's go.
Yeah!
All right. What happened last time?
We're in a void.
We stab Raina.
I got stabbed.
Stab Raina, get in void. Get out of my head and into my void.
Oh, it turns out that everything is Raina's fault, basically.
I'm not certain that's true.
Well, Chloe, recognise everything as Calacta's fault, actually. I don't necessarily think Raina's going to recognise that.
Yeah. Yeah. I was like, hey, look at this little cat with trauma. Imagine if I gave her more
trauma?
Secret
More trauma?
you can unlock by being stabbed.
Yay! Yeah! But yes, it turns out that Raina killed Calacta because Calacta basically abused her and gaslit her.
And killed her brother.
And kept her prisoner.
And killed her brother, kept her prisoner because her grandmother stole a flute. And so...
No, that sounds just and deserved, actually. I think that's right.
So Raina killed them.
Sounds like the kind of thing a god would do.
Yeah, now everything
Yeah.
is falling apart.
Yeah.
And by everything, we mean reality.
I am the meme of, what's that meme that's like, ripped all those people who the gods killed because of their hubris, but I'm built different.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Please put that in the Discord.
I gotta say, it is quite impressive. The aim of many people's D&D entire campaigns is to kill God at the end. And you managed to kill God before we even started.
I know, I'm winning JRPG.
You are. You are. Okay, so yes, where we left things off.
The void.
I described things in that way because there wasn't a sort of easy or clear way to kind of segue this, because it would be from the space of 1 second to another. So, Tohsya,
Yeah.
you wake up in your childhood bedroom.
Oh no!
More trauma for Tohsya.
Would you like to do anything?
Tohsya is going to find if there's like a mirror surface I can find.
Mm-hmm.
To see how old I am.
Yeah, this is your childhood bedroom. You know where the mirror is. Do you want to roll me a quick perception check?
Sure, let me grab a dice. Perception check. Are my stats any different than what they previously were?
They are exactly the same as they currently are.
That's a 19.
Okay, so you head over to your... What are they called? The, like, sort of makeup...
Oh, a vanity.
Vanity, that's it. So you walk over to your vanity, you look in the mirror, and you see yourself looking back. Same age, in your pajamas. You also notice two things. Number one, on a wardrobe, there is a ceremonial outfit that has been hung up. And you have a small shrine in the corner to pray to.
Yeah.
You're very familiar with it. As you look over, you notice that the statue is the statue of an albatross.
That's the one that I gave to my brother?
Yes, the one that you found in the dragon's lair.
Oh, I gave it to... No, I didn't give it to my brother. I gave it to
Seamus.
Seamus, yeah.
Seamus! That's it, Seamus.
I will look at the ceremonial outfit. Is it from anything specific that I'm aware of? Is it like something I've worn before, or is it something new? Do I know what history it's connected to?
It's something new, and with a 19, I would say that you easily recognize this as a coronation outfit.
Cool, screw that. I'm gonna see if I can put on my armor and find my hammer, and then I'm gonna go and see if I can find everyone else.
Cool. As you're kind of looking through your wardrobe and putting on your armor, you hear a knock on your bedroom door, and the door pushes open, and you hear a voice you haven't heard for a long time say, "Oh, good, you're awake."
I don't turn around to look at her. I go, "This isn't real."
What are you talking about? And what are you doing putting your armor on, silly? We've got places to be, you know.
You're not real. This isn't real. This is a dream.
Are you all right? Look, I know that it can be a lot of pressure, but we really need to be public-facing today. You know, this is an important day. If you need, I can make you some hot tea, or I can send for a healer to make you a special brew of something, and, you know, we can make sure that you're ready to go for the coronation.
I would like to use my magic awareness ability.
Okay. Remind me of what that does.
Until the end of my next turn, so until, for the next 6 seconds, I know the location of a spell or a magic item in 60 feet that isn't behind total cover. If it is a spell, I know the school of magic.
You don't detect anything.
Okay. Not even from any magical items that I know I would have in my room?
Oh, sure, yeah.
Okay.
The items that you own, yes. That's actually a good point. The hammer that you
Yeah.
treasure
Yeah.
is currently strapped to your mother's back.
I think basically what was from her throwing out like a stress test, is there illusion magic, is there time magic going on?
Mm-hmm.
She's just gonna turn around and hug her mum.
Oh, okay. She puts her hand against your forehead. Are you all right?
I think I had a bad dream. I don't feel... something feels wrong.
Okay, well... She sort of checks her watch and she's
Yeah.
like, well, you know, we can sit down and have a talk about it. Maybe later. We haven't really got very long before the event. You know, it's important to keep your chin up. And, you know, you just got to get yourself in the right headspace. If it's just a dream, then it's just a dream.
I'll change.
Great. She sort of starts helping you, like, get your armour off, because obviously it's quite difficult to
Yeah.
get off and get back on again. As you are getting changed, you start to see cracks appearing on almost on the edges of your vision, kind of like little spidery, thin cracks. And it looks like at first it's, you know, just like a crack in the wall, but they start to appear in more incongruous places like your wardrobe and other kind of places.
I think her mother is behind her, helping with
Yeah.
one of the armor buckles, and Toz kind of spins around and, like, frog march style, puts her mum's arm in hers, and says something is happening.
What do you mean?
They're good. You can't go. Not again.
I'm not going anywhere, love.
She's just kind of like frantically trying to maneuver her mum away from whatever is breaking.
Mm-hmm. Her mum doesn't seem to notice.
Yeah, she's still gonna try and move her.
She sort of stops you and she's like, look, I can see the stress is getting to you. Let's just take a moment, okay?
This is like not deliberately gaslighting, but is absolutely.
She kind of takes a breath and holds her mum's hand again. I love you so much.
I love you too, dear. And look, I understand you're having a tough time right now. It's only natural, but I'm sure that it's just the stress of everything. I know that things are difficult. I know that things are different now to how they used to be, but what harm is there really just putting that to one side for one day? Isn't it exhausting paying attention all the time? Isn't it better to just enjoy where we are while we still have it?
That kind of shakes Toz out of whatever sort of emotional thing she was going through, and she kind of steps back and looks a bit confused. You never said stuff like that.
And the rest of your room just kind of falls away. Raina!
Hi.
You jump into consciousness rather than wake up, and you are on a ship. In fact, you recognise this ship. This is the ship that you sailed on many a time. It is nighttime.
Which one? I have a list.
Oh, the one with Captain Oscar Sterling.
Oh, that was probably the last one then.
Mhm.
Which I have written in my list that was written in 2020. It's called The Ruby Wanderer.
The Ruby Wanderer. So yes, you are on the deck of the Ruby Wanderer, and it is nighttime, and you are alone, or almost entirely alone. You can see up by the steering wheel is Captain Oscar Sterling, and he is draped on the wheel. It's a very calm night. There isn't a cloud in sight. The waves are peaceful, so he's not having to do much, but he's sort of gently got his hand on the steering wheel just in case. Your kind of movement attracts his attention, and he waves you over with a hip flask of rum.
Captain, what are you doing here? Why aren't you in bed?
I couldn't sleep.
No, like why aren't you always in bed? What are you doing on the ship? Where are we?
What? Whoa, Raina, I'm gonna retract the offer of this. Have you had too much to drink?
No, I ain't touched a drop. I swear, something weird's going on. You ain't supposed to be here.
All right, that's a bit rude.
But you
Look, I'm just taking a stroll. It's just
But you were sick. You weren't yourself.
what when I had that lurgy that went round 2 weeks ago.
No.
I'm fine. You know that now.
No, when I came to visit, you don't remember me coming to visit you? And I hadn't seen you in years.
This Oscar is a young man.
I introduced as much. Where are we? Where are we going?
We're heading out from Atsobus. Well, just 2 days back, and then we're heading into some of those coastal towns to trade for supplies.
But that's not what happened.
What?
this is all wrong. Something was supposed to happen, and unless it did happen, and now we're here, and I don't get it.
Maybe you need to get some sleep.
No, I think something's wrong here. Well, have you seen my friends? You know, there's the elephant ladies, big
What,
tree
Mikey?
person.
A tree person?
Yeah, Delphi.
Are you mad?
No, my friends who I was just with, and then I'll wake up
Look,
here.
Raina, I think you've got yourself confused somehow. I'm sorry. Look, I just came out here for a bit of peace.
No, I'm the least confused that I've ever been in my entire life. We're supposed to be here. This ain't supposed to be happening.
I am ordering you to go to bed now. Captain's orders. You can't ignore captain's orders.
No, I'll ignore whatever bloody orders I like.
Raina, you notice on the steering wheel a crack start to split the wood, and as you look at it, it's not like the crack grows, it's more like your awareness of it expands until it's far wider than it should have any right to be. It doesn't really make physical sense. And then those cracks sort of start to spread throughout the ship. But Oscar seems completely unaware.
I kind of like gesture at them and I turn to her and I'm like, see, I told you something was going to happen and something is happening.
Raina, go to bed. We will leave that there.
Hi everyone, I'm here to let you know that if you are not subscribed to our Patreon, then you are missing out on some incredible bonus content. Starting at our lowest tier at just £3 a month, you can get access to our side quest episodes, plus get a shout out at the end of the podcast. And at higher tiers, you can get even more bonus content like talkback episodes, our cozy corner where the cast share their hobbies and interests. You might even get to sit at our monthly one-shot table and play TTRPG with us. Supporting us on Patreon is the biggest way that you can help us improve and grow the podcast, and we are incredibly grateful for all of our amazing patrons so far. You can also go to our supporter Acast link to give us a one-time donation. The link is at the bottom of the episode description. And if you don't have any spare cash right now, you can always join our Discord for free and chat about the podcast there. So what are you waiting for? Go to patreon.com/Deck of Many Aces and get exploring. Today's promo is for The Sprouting, a Call of Cthulhu, Pulp Cthulhu-influenced actual play podcast following Lark, Ralph and Sully trying to survive in a plant-based post-apocalyptic world. The Sprouting is produced by Blighthouse Studios, and you can find out more at blighthouse.studio. Roll the trailer!
With your long-forgotten name, we call upon you. We call upon you. In the words of the unspeakable language, we call upon you. We call upon you. By the spilt blood of the wicked, who walk upon this world, sprouting the words of false idols, we call upon you. We call upon you. On the land of the dead harvest, that which brings the earth itself into your service, Yamal, we call upon you. We call upon you. We call upon you. We call upon you. Yamal calls upon you. The Sprouting, a Call of Cthulhu actual play podcast by Blighthouse Studio. Find us on your podcatcher of choice.
Morgan.
Yeah?
So, today is a very important day for Morgan Serenity Aldrich. You wake up in an unfamiliar room. What would you like to do?
What sort of room is it? Like a normal bedroom?
It's a hotel room, you can tell. Or like a B&B.
Okay. Is there a window I can look out for context clues?
Yeah, you can look out the window and you see that you are in, I would say, a sort of like, not an upmarket, but like a middling area of Antibra.
Okay. And it's just me in a hotel room?
Yep.
I'm going to cast Detect Magic.
The only magic that you can sense is the items that you have.
Right.
Which is your spellcasting focus.
I am going to...
Do you Do you want to do a perception check?
Yeah, sure. Well, I can find my d20. Yeah, that's not good. That's a 4 plus something or other. 4 plus 6, not great.
Oh, okay, that's fine, that's enough. As you look around the room, you see a piece of paper. It's on the desk.
And what does it say?
It has an itinerary of events for today, and it says 11 o'clock, the waterfront, for the main event, and you can see that your name is on there as well. And looking at the time, you can see that it is nearly 11.
Well, if I've been zapped to another reality where this is life now, I better not miss that event.
Classic Morgan response.
Do I have a fancy outfit laid out by any chance?
You do, yeah. It's definitely one that you would have picked, though. Like, it's not something that's been pre-planned for you. You can see definitely a waistcoat made by your friend Jeffrey.
Oh, lovely. I love that you remember that NPC name because I didn't. Yeah, okay, I'm getting prepped and I'm hurrying to the waterfront.
Fantastic. As you head to the waterfront, there are crowds of people waiting. There's a brass band playing, and you very quickly get ushered by some official-looking people in uniform to come and stand on a sort of podium directly behind a woman that you recognise as the mayor of Antibra. And she begins addressing the crowd, saying, "Now, today is a very, very momentous day. We are joined by the fantastic Dr. Serenity Aldridge, and obviously many of you will know that Dr. Aldridge is an Antibra native and holds this place very close to her heart, and we, of course, have always believed in her in spite of her, perhaps," and she sort of looks awkwardly at your wings, clearly having not prepared this bit, her eccentricities at birth.
Wow.
But
Katie, that's me, Katie, saying that, not Morgan. Morgan is stone-facing her way through this.
yeah, so we are delighted to be facilitating this event today. Dr. Aldridge has been specialising in the field of time magic for many years now, and we are delighted that she is here to present to us her magnum opus. She is going to be reversing the time on the waterfront of Antibra. I'm sure many of you will be personally affected by the changes that have happened to this place in the last few decades. The tourism industry has collapsed in on itself, and many people's homes and livelihoods have been affected by the flooding into this area. And of course, many people's homes are now no longer fit for purpose, which has caused yet another crisis. We're delighted that Dr. Aldridge is here today to reverse those effects with her fantastic time magic. Over to you, Dr. Aldridge. And she sort of stands to one side to present the podium to you.
Ellie, you're so evil. What am I supposed to do now?
Reverse the time magic on the waterfront, obviously.
Oh yeah, with
obviously.
with the 9th level spell that I don't know. I am gonna say thank you for that excellent introduction, and I hope you will bear with me. This spell, funnily enough, takes some time to cast. And then I'm going to set up for a ritual with all the normal ritual
Polite
things.
chuckle from the stands.
And
Yes.
start acting like I'm going to cast a spell. Hoping that something will save me, or that if this really is a reality, that my memories from this reality will return and tell me how to do this. Hoping that this Deus Ex cracks in reality going to come in and help me. By revealing it to all be a fake illusion.
I was going to say, I'm really enjoying that what your desire now is for literally the ground to swallow you up.
This is the worst. This is like waking up to find you have an exam that you didn't prepare for, except with a much bigger audience. This is academic torture. This is a nightmare. This is a lab-grown nightmare.
Oh, as you are sort of setting up, you can see that, setting up, and you can see in the crowd, there is some familiar faces. You can see Diane, you can see Jeffrey, and you can also see your brother, who appears to be trying to sort of sell tickets. trying to sort of profit off of this, or selling something. It's not clear. Like maybe it's like a sort of betting thing. Maybe it's a ticket selling.
Is he like selling my baby teeth or something?
Maybe selling like photos of you as a child or something like that. But yeah, he's clearly trying to capitalize. And yeah, you're like creating this pretend ritual, and you can see somebody from the crowd shouts like, oh, she's doing it, and there's a black dot that appears in the sky above the waterfront. And you can see it up there. Would you like to do anything?
What does it look like?
It's at the moment probably about the same size in the sky as the sun or the moon on a day where the moon is close. It's like that kind of size and shape. And all you can really see from here is that it's black.
Is reality breaking around me?
I mean, do you want to roll an Arcana check or anything like that?
Oh, yeah, sure, I'll do that. 11 plus something large. 11 plus 10.
Yeah. Short answer, yes. Longer answer, you deduce that you found yourself in an alternate reality and something is happening to time. It appears that the fabric of time and space is warping, distorting, breaking, severing.
Is this real?
Yes. It's just not your real.
Man, that's so much pressure. Not sure what I can really do here.
The black dot starts to develop spidery tendrils and keeps expanding. And we will go over to Delphi.
Thank God.
Delphi, you find yourself in your workshop.
Cool.
What would you like to do?
Does Delphi have 2 arms?
No.
Okay, only the one.
Ooh.
Okay, cool.
Actually, she has 3 arms.
Whoa!
What? No! That's so trippy! Delphi will... She kind of will be like, definitely something's wrong, because I remember everything. So I haven't forgotten something. And will like casually cast Detect Magic, and I'm assuming get the same results as every other person who has.
Yes. Yeah, you cast Detect Magic. To be clear, this is your like facsimile workshop, the space that you go to.
Oh,
like,
this is
that's attached to your crystal.
The false workshop.
This is the false workshop, rather than your rather than
cool.
a real space that's like it's obviously still a real workshop.
We know what you mean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Then Delphi will pick up one of the books. That open
Cool.
it.
As you reach out to grab the book, you pick it up, and the space that it leaves behind, there's like a sort of a hole in that space, and the rest of your workshop sort of peels back like a soap bubble bursting in slow motion, and you find yourself on a long bridge which stretches far ahead of you. It's quite narrow. It's about 5 or 6 feet wide with no railings. It drops off steeply to a chasm beneath, extending forever into inky blackness. Cathedral-like arches soar far above you, again, larger than you can really comprehend. The whole space has a deep red glow about it, but you cannot see a source of light. In front of you, a table appears, with a chair and a mug of steaming tea. You recognise the scent. The herbs used to make it can only be found in Kalrati.
They'll sit down at the table, and I think they stir the cup of tea. They like it cooler
Nice.
than most people.
A board game sort of materialises on the table, and you recognise this one. It's another Grove Folk custom. It's a circular board with smooth wooden discs of as many colours as there are types of tree. And you feel compelled, or perhaps invited, to make the first move.
I don't think they're good at this game, but they like occasionally enjoy playing it. So they'll just play like the simple opening that they know how to do.
Sure. The tiles make quite a reassuring clack on the board, and the space around the board blurs slightly, and when it clears you can see an opposing move has been made. And for the first time you hear a voice that is simultaneously inside your head and also of the space.
Don't worry, your friends will join you soon. The act of unlocking unleashed a lot of potential energy into the world. Possibilities became briefly endless. They are all in different timelines. It will only be a brief effect. Or, well, it should be. I'm pleased to finally meet you. I'm sure you have questions.
Yeah. Are you the Delphi?
The bridge to unending light, the lock and the act of unlocking, yes?
Okay. Well, it's good to meet you as well. And then they'll carry on playing the game for a minute. I think they'll go, why not immediately? Like, why not give me the information I needed?
The time in this world is an interesting mode of time. Although, of course, it has been strange since the death of the time god. You see, time in this world is a mixture of predetermination and chance. The chance is what stops the gods from having total dominion. But the predetermination, there are steps that must be taken, and things must play out in the order that they have been ascribed. This was Collector's way, although they are dead now, so there is less need for that. But the remnants of the time energy that they held still have some sway. In order for the lock to be unlocked, the pins must have aligned. This was the rule set out by Collector themselves, in order for their death to occur, and to occur in the way that it was always meant to. Although, of course, I am not sure that they knew that. There are some things even the gods don't understand.
I think it just makes sense. Why are you doing this, then? Why are you so involved? I feel like you have been at the heart of it in some way. I guess it's because you are it, right?
I am liminal. I can only ever be the passing place from what has been to what will be. But because I exist in the spaces between, this came under my domain. But it had to be a mortal hand that did the deed. That was why I needed you to open the door at the right time, which you did, beautifully.
Do you know what's going to happen?
My job here is done. That question I do not know the answer to. What came through that door, memory, power, and potential, all that might be. I believe that there are other forces that have come through the door, and each will have their own ideas for how time should flow, or drip, or effervesce. I suppose it is your choice. You and your little family are the only ones with the power and experience to know what should come next.
Well, thank you then. And I think they take a sip of the tea.
Lovely. Okay. All of you from your various points find yourselves pulled back, almost like a sort of reversing feeling of being pulled back to a central space. But you don't return to the foot of the shards. Instead, you appear to be in a kind of astral plane. It's not necessarily the astral plane, but it's a dimensional space that is abstract and not a sort of mortal space. And directly in front of you, you can see a swirling whirlwind, a vortex of time energy, brightly coloured and moving incredibly quickly. And I won't even make you guys roll for this. I think you can all deduce that this is the force that is surrounding Seth, who you can no longer see through the density of this power. Is there anything that you'd like to do now that you're all reunited?
That was a relief. Okay.
I think Tohsya's just gonna hug everyone really quickly. Just check everyone's real. We're all good, everyone's alright.
I hold on to Toz really, really tightly, and I'm just like mid-sob as I go, Toz, it's all my fault. Everything is all my fault.
Raina, what are you talking about?
I'm sure it's not all your fault, Raina. Are you stabbed?
It is all my fault.
Raina, are you stabbed?
Morgan, I killed them! It was me!
Raina, who did you kill?
Collector!
What? How?
Because they killed Seth.
Well, yeah, I'm not asking for motivation. I'm asking how you managed to god slay.
I don't know. With that. And I point at Delphi's crystal. I don't know.
Well, it sounds like they deserved it.
What? Okay. What? Under what logic?
If someone killed my brother, they have to die.
They kept me there, and they could have let me go at any time they liked.
It's okay, Raina, it's alright. I'm gonna be like doing the stroking back thing.
Yeah.
I point at the giant whirlwind of time energy and say, it's not alright, problem.
No, look, I don't know what happened to you guys, but Raina, that wasn't a thing that, well, it was a thing that you did, but it also wasn't a thing that, it was a thing that was going to happen regardless.
I don't see how that makes it any better. Delphi, you should know this more than anyone. Why are we these playthings for gods and powers? What's the point?
So that we can make it better.
Don't we deserve better too?
Yeah, but sadly the way to change things involves doing stuff that you really don't want to. I didn't want to stab you, Raina, but it's what had to happen. And I don't think you wanted to stab Galacta.
Oh, I did.
But it's what needed to happen.
Well, who decides that then?
Above my pay grade.
Then what's even any of the point? I think she's just going to sit on the ground.
Oh.
I'll sit down next to Raina.
What's the point if no one has any say in it?
The point, Raina, is that there's some work to do. And I pull out my weirdometer and point it at the ominous swirling.
Nice.
There's science.
I'm guessing it's quite weird.
Science!
It's so weird. The weirdometer breaks.
No! Okay.
You know, when they did the whole Geiger counter thing at, I think, Chernobyl or wherever, where they were like, oh, it's this much radiation, but it turns out that they had just maxed out
Yeah,
the counters.
Yeah.
It's like that. It's just like the dial is now permanently stuck on max.
Cool. Cool.
I don't know who Max is, but they're in trouble.
I knew someone was going to make that joke.
So we are in an ominous empty void space and there's a giant swirling thing of time energy, presumably with a set inside it. Okay. So Galacta's dead and there's a hole where Galacta was and Seth is stuck in it, is that correct?
More or less, I guess.
Okay.
I don't really know.
I will take ideas from the floor.
Morgan, you know I only ever have one suggestion, and I kind of like move my hand on the grip of my hammer.
I mean, I don't know if the brute force solution is helpful in this juncture, but I don't know, should I try and teleport him out again?
Morgan, that's not going to work. It's time. The only way out is through.
Yeah, maybe I will try casting Reality Break. Is there anything you can do, Raina?
I don't know. I chose Prismatic Wall and I don't think that's helpful here.
Very hilarious choice for you to make.
Yes,
I just
absolutely.
thought it was fun.
Iconic.
I could try kicking him into next week.
I think he is next week.
Yes.
And right now.
Yeah.
I could try and teleport myself in there, but you might need to cast that levitate on me first.
Whoa, okay.
But I do need to be able to see for Misty Step, don't I? And presumably we can't see.
And currently you cannot.
Yeah. That ain't gonna work.
It's not really a physical object or anything, is it? It can't, like, disintegrate the time.
I think Toz is right. Let's hit it with a hammer.
Yeah, Toz has had enough of this. I'm going to pat Raina on the knee, stand up, and just start walking into it.
Hell yeah. Can you all roll initiative, please?
Yes!
We're fighting it now!
Yes!
Deck of Many Aces is Am Chisholm, Eiriol Evans, Ellie Webster, Katie McLeod, and me, Chloe Elliott. Big thanks to our patrons Nate Scott Jones, Ouroboros, EK Green, Space Ben, Callum D, Ibad, KP, Steph Burke-Stelia, Josh, and Kat Dale. You can join that legendary list by going to patreon.com/Deck of Many Aces. Plus, you can join our Discord for free with the link in the episode description, and find us everywhere on social media at Deck of Many Aces. If you enjoyed the soundtrack to this podcast, you can find it on all music streaming platforms under my name, Chloe Elliott, or just search for Deck of Many Aces. We can be found in a whole bunch of other places at the moment. In fact, if I'm being honest, I can be found in a whole bunch of other places at the moment. Coming very soon, you can watch me on the Theatre Macabre YouTube channel playing in an Imperium Maledictum game called the Macharian Conspiracies. You can also find me on the transmissions in the Heartforged Siege, where we're playing D&D, and in 2 different games on Who Hurt You, playing What Haunts Us and Stewpot. All of those coming soon, and all of them on YouTube. In the meantime, you can find me and Am over on RWD playing Scum and Villainy. You can also find me in sci-fi horror audio drama Caduceus, spelt C4DAC3U5, where I voice Quinn and Cynthia, the robot that has stolen her voice. Plus, you can hear me voice Edith in Legend of the Bones. And as always, you can find out what Ellie's up to by going to elliewebster.co.uk or sign up to their mailing list in the episode description. So that's it from me. Have an ace week. Bye!